Yo, guys, happy Sunday. Welcome to Sunday Night Reactables, baby.
A Martini production.
Welcome, guys. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking some Prime 1 this evening. They had their massive showcase. What was this? Showcase Phase 3, I think it was, last night. And we were all hanging out with Steve on the Casual Nerd Problems channel. I said, hey, why not get some of the guys together that weren't on the show? We could talk about some of the pieces. Because there's been some updates on Prime 1's Facebook page. I guess they did a gallery setting. And they took some really nice quality photos. So I said, hey, why not pull up some of the highlights and we can talk about them a bit. But before we get started, kicking it off, D-Rock, how's it going, man? Nice setup.
Thanks, man. It's going good. Happy to be here. Thanks.
How was the weekend? Good weekend?
It's great. Yeah, it's pretty good. Spent a lot of time in the pool.
Good stuff. Rashid, stopping by. What's going on, man?
Everything's good, bro. What's going on?
Everything's good? You had a good weekend?
Yeah, it was all right.
All right, good stuff. Slifer, always good to see you, man. How's it going?
What's up, man? What's going on?
It's Monday tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
okay.
can't blame you for that.
We'll hold on to the last hour or so of fun. Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you, Justin.
And Phoenix, coming out on a Sunday. Usually it's only Fridays, but
That's right.
It's a party weekend this weekend. How's it going, man?
You know, DC has the anti-monitor. I'm the anti-Prime 1.
Wow. So you're going to be keeping everyone in check tonight.
Slow down.
That's right.
Slow down. I wouldn't say anti.
Unless it's a good price. Then he's open to anything.
They'll throw all the way.
Exactly. Glad you guys can stop by. CC will hopefully be joining us as well. But as we always do, let's kick it off with the chat. Zero, how's it going, buddy? Stopping by Edwin. We got Dennis. Hope you're doing well. Alan, how's it going, Alan? Jerry. We got Bat Kid stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Bats in the Belfry, how's it going, man? Hope you had a good weekend. Just some bum. We got Steve. How's it going, Steve? Papa stopping by. What's going on, Papa? We got Knight. Who else we have here? And I think that's it for now. So yeah, man, they did Prime 1. It's holy max. So tonight we did the show. Everything's marinated a little bit. You Facebook, Instagram, everyone's talking about what they saw. Because there was a lot. There was a lot to unpack. So let's get right into it then, guys. Was there anything that really stood out to you? Or let's talk about the show. How did you think the show went overall before we get into the pieces? Compared to previous
Get my
years.
2 hours of life back, buddy.
Oh, you were disappointed?
I want my 2 hours of life back.
Wow.
The only thing that I liked was you guys giving you all the info on the stuff, and
Bro.
you know,
That
Yeah.
singing?
breaking it down. Well,
Your
crazy.
enthusiasm for the
That
piece.
was the highlight for me.
I gotta
I
agree
liked
with
her musical
Phoenix.
numbers.
Everybody made it a more comical, more interesting thing. I only
Yeah.
saw like I wasn't really impressed, but there's one piece that I did see that I like. Other than that, I'm not gonna be losing any money out of my pocket right now. So,
Okay.
Same here, Rashid.
How about the rest
I
of you
mean, I think
guys?
their presentation's always good. It's
Yeah.
just no pieces that I'm particularly going to buy. But the
yeah,
presentation was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a spectacle, so I could always appreciate that.
yeah.
How about you, D-Rob?
Yeah.
Were you able to catch the show?
I was. Actually, I think like their production value is really good, but that's the same thing as Slifer said. It's just I didn't see really a lot of stuff that I was interested in,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe one or two things, but not like there wasn't anything that I was like, man, I got to get that right now.
Yeah.
Like as soon as
Yeah.
there wasn't that piece for me. But
Yeah. Okay. Which is, it's good to be like that sometimes because then you can kind of like sit back and watch
Take a
everyone else
breather.
collect and take a breather. Yeah. I always
Save money too.
save money. That's the thing.
for real,
I always
Yeah.
like to say with Prime One of these showcases since they've been doing it, I hope they continue to do them because they deserve a pat on the back, whether it's pieces you've seen, whether it's pieces you were anticipating or not, just what they're able to do to kind of get the community together. Whether it's streamers, viewers, you got streamers, everybody and their grandmothers streaming that night with the show, having a good time. Viewers supporting the channels and stuff, and literally, it's kind of just like a back and have a good time. It's like the Oscars almost like Steve likes to say, the Super Bowl for collectors. And the way they're able to get everybody together like that is pretty cool.
Do you think that other
Just like
companies
the
should be
Oscars,
doing
not
that
too
too?
long. That's all.
Say that again, Slayer?
Do you think other companies should be adopting this format, like to present their stuff, so to get people interested?
What's going
Like,
on,
I feel like Sideshow
Dilber?
does the con, but
Yeah.
if they did something more like this, maybe people get a little more hype. If
Yeah.
XM did it, it build up the hype for their products, maybe,
I
or
think
at least get a grasp of what people really are interested in.
I think it'd be good. Like it gets the community excited, right? And it goes into the night. The show's over. Everyone's posting the pictures, talking about it backstage, having a great time. I think it would be great for the companies to adopt this, especially if they're moving away from cons, because at the end of the day, this is marketing, and you have to invest in marketing. So if you're moving away from the cons, at least I usually don't hear people complaining, Prime One's not at the con, because they put on a spectacle like this and give you that real backstage and immersive show. Sideshow, on the other hand, I don't know if they're going to change anything up this year, but speaking from last year, it's just, people talk about it, but I think it's a letdown at the end of it. And they don't do like a one show, here's the time. It's throughout the day, different time periods. So you can't even,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I think Sideshow should definitely do that and give us a big one shot of a show like what Prime One does. If you're gonna show us everything, I mean, sometimes you could be at work or driving and something pops up on the Facebook feed of what Sideshow's doing. I just give us a whole show of what's coming out.
Exactly.
So
What's going on, Emperor? Hope you're doing well. Cece, glad you can make it. How you doing? How was your weekend?
Busy, but not bad.
Okay, that's good. We didn't even start yet, so perfect timing.
I'm like, could have been worse. Good.
We were just talking about how, me personally, how, like appreciating Prime One and putting on the show. Whether it's I see pieces that I enjoy or not, it's just the way they get the community together I think is a great success.
It almost feels like a virtual Comic-Con, even though it's not. Like
Yeah.
it's true. Like just calling it a showcase is really cool because it's what I imagined back in the day. The booths at conventions would be just that's your first first look or glance at some of the statues that they're working on or the prototypes. And yeah, I think there's definitely enough hype for them too. They get people excited.
For sure. What's going on, Jesse? Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's get this kickstarted. So again, I don't necessarily pull up everything from the show. So if there's something afterwards you guys want to see, both in the chat and on the panel, we can we'll pull it up. But I was thinking we'd kick it off with a heavy hitter, the Terminator. We finally got to see the T2 line, which was exciting. So these were some of the photos that were taken at a gallery they have set up of the
It's gonna be a big
endoskeleton.
seller. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a big seller right here. This one.
Yeah, for sure.
And these photos, I think, were provided by Dengary Hobby Web. So shout out to whoever's responsible for that.
Look at the base of all those skulls. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's nice.
I would buy like at least if I was into the. I mean, I like Terminator, but I would buy like at least 2 of them.
I was thinking the same thing. Doing
Yeah.
2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Phoenix, close your ears. What's going on, Norman?
I'll buy one. I'll give to you, Rashid.
Thank
Wow.
you, my brother.
So generous. So generous.
Look at the
Yeah,
teeth.
but look that the base. Look at the base, man. All those skulls is crazy.
Light up feature there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see on the left, it's not going to necessarily be clean chrome. You can see
Thank God.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's
I want
weathering.
dirty. I want-
Yeah.
yeah.
More realistic.
I love the contrast between the chrome and the base, which I'm sure was true the movie, but if I'm honest, I'm not the biggest expert on the movies. So there's that. Sorry if I disappointed a lot of people in saying that, but I can see a lot of people being enthusiastic about this. There's a ton of Terminator collectors out there.
And I think they both come with 2 guns. I think. You know.
So you can display them differently. So like
Right.
if you did do 2, it would look good.
Mm-hmm.
Steve was asking, should this be more chromed out?
No.
No, this is perfect.
Jesse was saying no because it's on a battlefield. Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was like an assembly line kind of look that they were
Yeah.
going for, maybe I could see
Yeah.
that.
But it wouldn't be movie believable if it was
Yeah.
too chromed out.
This is what we all hoped for when we thought they were going to do prequels. Like we were actually going to see like the war.
Yeah.
But we never really saw it.
Yeah, this will be really interesting.
I think
Christmas.
this one's gonna be a big seller. You know.
What do you think the price point's going to be at?
How much is the Predator? The big boy, the Jungle Hunter.
Oh, I don't know.
grand,
Those
right?
guys are
Pretty
$3
grand.
plus.
This one's gonna be about the same price.
If not more.
Yeah.
You think so? Because I know with the Jungle Predator, so much detail in the base with the trees and even the koi in the lake there, the water effect.
This is going to be tough to ship
Yeah,
without
but-
brakes.
Yeah, but we don't know what material they're using for the metal. Is it die cast? Are they using?
Yeah,
You know, I don't know what they're using. You understand what I'm saying?
of course, yeah.
I think that this, you know, I'm not saying it's going to be as much, but it's going to be around that ballpark. Come on, we in 2023.
very intricate.
Right?
It's very intricate.
The price is. I do not expect the price to be cheap.
These are thirds, right?
These are thirds.
Third scale.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
I'd be like, yeah, I'd say over $2,000, $24.99 maybe, $25.99.
I hope not.
This looks good. I think the only missed opportunity was the robot standing on top of the skull, crushed skull. Remember at the beginning of the movie where they had all the flying
yeah.
ships and everything, and then he crushes the skull on his feet.
Mhm. Yeah.
That would make it cool. I think.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Do you guys think this one will be the most expensive because of all the metal work and the intricate, like in the chest, like you're showing right now?
I think so.
I'm trying to figure out how much metal because I know like with the
Yeah.
I know with the XM War Machine they got real metal in that piece. So I'm trying to figure out are they going to be using like some type of metal for this piece? You know, I'm just wondering.
I'm sure they'll incorporate some. Like even the hot toy, the quarter scale hot toy they did so many years ago was had die cast incorporated into it. So
Bruh.
So what's the chance of having a light up eyes?
Yeah, for sure.
The eyes,
Oh,
the eyes
for sure.
they lit it right there.
Yeah.
I kind of hope they have 2 options for light up and non-light up because, you know, not everybody's going to want it lit up and it needs to look like it's on. So if you're going to do something like that, I think it's preferable.
See, I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to be getting this piece,
oh yeah,
they're gonna be getting the with the T1000, and they're gonna get the Arnold, and they're gonna have the whole Terminator setup.
Perfect segue. We'll get into Arnold. So third scale T800 battle damaged. And again, this is in collaboration with Blitzway. But yeah, so these are some of the photos that were shared after the showcase. Looks beautiful.
It's a really good likeness.
Damn.
Yeah.
The transition from endoskeleton to skin, really well done.
It looks good. It looks really good. Do
you
you
think
feel
the
like
likeness is there?
is?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh,
I don't know.
for
If,
sure.
Yeah, I think it's about 75-80% there.
Really?
I think I feel something about like the bottom of like the lip, like the from like halfway of the nose down seems a little off to me. I don't know what it is. I have to like really look at stills to like be sure, but
To me,
the eyes they got.
it looks like it's on. To me, it looks like it's on because I know it's like it's different pictures they take. Um, it's close. It's close enough for me, should I say? I mean, that looks like rubber skin on that left picture,
I'm in the same boat.
and I love how it looks like the tear. You see how that on the right side of like that bullet hole, the skin is peeling.
Yeah.
Like it pierced the skin. Like I mean, that's deep. That's to detail. And look at the
Considering
bullet
this is
holes
all
on the neck.
sculpted, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Dilbert had a great point, and this was the only heartbreak that I had with this is he was asking, do they have a non-battle damage version? And throughout the showcase, they were showing clips of the non-battle damage T800. As of right now, we don't see. They haven't shown anything. But yeah, for me, it would have been ideal to have the.
But guess what, John? They're gonna hear you saying that, and to make more money, I feel like if the smart thing to do, that make sell the bus, and they'll sell a unbattled damage of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, so
To
this
make
one
to, to
this
make
one
more
comes
money.
with a bust. You're right there. This will come out. This
Uh-huh.
one comes with a bust. They had a bust on display, didn't they?
I didn't see a bus on display.
Yeah.
I'm saying I didn't see.
Or maybe that was for the T1000. The T1000 had the bust.
But if I want to make more money on this, which people are gonna want Arnold Schwarzenegger, and if they hear that the people want to undamage, then they're gonna do that also.
They
The
just
only
make a
problem,
variant.
Jesse said the same thing. The only problem there is, I'll be honest, this is mixed media, so I'm hoping that's a real leather jacket. But
You know
I,
it's not going to be real leather, bro.
I don't want it to be. I don't want to have to pull out the shirt and then tuck the shirt in to do the swap out.
Most likely.
Oh, okay. I
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if they give us the non-battle damage, it has to be a clean shirt without any of the. Yeah, because remember.
It's not.
I wouldn't put it
They'll do a
past
head sculpt.
the whole separate statue.
Say it again.
I wouldn't put it past them to do a whole separate statue.
For sure. That's how it have. I think that's the smartest way to do it. But I wish that was part of this showcase right off the bat.
You mean a separate torso?
I mean, if they can make more money by doing the statue and making people buy both statues in order to have both representations in their
Yeah.
collection, I think they'd rather do that. Because, like, not that it's the same. I think it's like apples to oranges. But I just think of like the Batman and then the Bruce Wayne with Keaton, where obviously those are two totally different scenarios. But part of me is like, well, if they already have this. And part of me thinks that they maybe showed this because they wanted to see what the feedback was on the likeness before they show one that's completely unbattle damaged, because that's going to be a lot less forgiving, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think they would. I don't know why they wouldn't just do a totally separate statue if they think it's going to sell.
Yeah,
You know-
I don't think a torso would be a good idea because then
That's more money. That's a lot more money.
they have to. How about the rose box? I want the rose box with a shotgun in it. So
I think they might do the bike scene, like where he actually gets his outfit from, and then they maybe do that. But I don't know if they're gonna do the Rose box, because it's such a like niche scene that it's just one look. It's just one look that I don't think they're gonna.
They may add. I can see them adding the rose box with fake roses, so you can either scatter them on the ground of this part,
It
depending
might
on
be part of the base.
right. But you could place it on part of the base. But yeah, I don't think that's I don't think that's important to Prime One right now.
Well, Prime One needs to wake up. Or they could put the rose box on the. I want a rose box.
You want the rose box?
They could put the
That's
rose
it,
box on the
John.
ground, on the
That's
on
not
the
double
base.
damage, though.
Isn't the likeness
Right?
more important than the rose box, bro?
Listen. They
Okay.
could put
This
they
is
could, they could
Have
put
your-
the rose box on the base with the scattered roses
Yo,
and him holding the shotgun.
That's it.
I'm
That's
Give
a
this guy
completely
some-
different
send some
style.
roses to this guy's house.
Yeah, give me a new statue. I don't need a
Yeah,
swap
it's a-
out. I don't want
You
to
know
swap
what?
out.
The other side of it is that this is battle damage. The damage part is taking you away from the likeness of it, so you don't have to be 100% exactly like Arno. So the damage part, your eyes catching to that, so they're getting away with the likeness. You know what I'm saying?
true.
They actually mentioned that in the show, I believe.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, she mentioned that they did a little more.
Oh, you know what?
See, I'm not losing it yet. It's two separate portraits we're looking at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they may
is.
just they could possibly
There is a bust. It comes with a. They had a bust on display yesterday.
Okay.
It-
So you're
I think
saying
it's
that these two portraits and possibly a third with no battle damage at all. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what,
No.
like Phoenix is saying, they may not want to deal with that. So
Yeah.
it's better to give battle damage so it keeps your mind off of to see if this looks like 100% Arnold
Yeah, this is way cooler. And then
Right.
if they give you the regular version of it,
Mhm.
and then people won't be bitching about as much because they get the battle damage, the one they like more.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And if you want,
sorry,
if
Cece.
you want the version where he's like completely nude from head to toe, there's customs. I'm sure that will handle that for you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, the guys that handle that.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
How about you, D Rock? Are you a Terminator fan?
I mean, I like the movie, but I'm not like a big, huge fanboy.
Yeah.
I wish they would have, the whole time they were showcasing this, especially when I saw the T1000, I was like, why don't they have Arnold pointing the shotgun? I just like don't understand why that wasn't part of, because that would
You know
complete
why?
the gimmick. That would complete the scene.
But sometimes it's a license thing.
Yeah, it might
I
be.
don't know why. Like, I heard. I don't know if it's just Warner Brothers, but I heard they don't want you pointing the gun.
I don't
But
think you
then,
can.
but then, but then Sideshow has the first Terminator pointing the machine gun. So I don't know.
That was
It's like they
before.
bounce back and forth. They choose.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Jesus. What's going on, Atticus? Atticus says, I'm sure the fully nude one will have a rose box.
Yeah, in between slides. Yeah.
but you're
Yeah,
right. I think they could throw that on the base and it'd be. I think that
Yeah.
would. That would be perfect. That would be
I'll
so
call
easy for
one-
them to do. Just throw that
I'll
rose
call
box.
1-800-Flowers and send you some
There you
flowers, John.
No, but you're not understanding people.
Will they,
They
do a
can
one?
they can throw it on the base, but they have to give me a clean shirt.
Yeah.
I got to get a
Well,
clean
they're not
shirt
going to
too.
do that. I don't think.
Nah,
And a
that's
clean-
too much.
Clean
Nah.
face too.
What are you
I
talking
would-
about? How are you going to give me a rose box with battle damaged chest? That will look even more stupid.
Because
I think the reason is
that-
because they're thinking is they're trying to cover the whole movie in this one.
right, you do. This
They're
is
trying
a
to give you,
statue,
like-
not a Hot Toys. Bro.
Yeah.
You want a lot of. You ask for too much.
They're splitting the
Parts.
difference with it.
That means you get a Hot Toy. You get the unbattle damaged Hot Toy, and then this is a statue, bro.
Okay.
1/3.
Okay, it's a question for you guys. So the battle damage, at what part in the movie is it almost at the end, right? Because when he's on the motorcycle, he's not battle damaged yet. This is
No, it's
almost
when he's-
to the-
Yeah, it's at the end when he's about to go down into the molten steel.
yeah,
When he looks
exactly.
like on the right. When he looks like
Yeah.
the picture on the right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
So they're trying to
actually-
cover the whole movie. They're giving you like different elements
Yeah.
from completely different scenes in the movie.
Exactly.
But then I think what it is when they showed the T1000, it immediately puts you in that scene
yeah.
where they met. And so that's where my brain went. I'm like, okay, well, we're doing the scene. But they're
Yeah.
not really doing that scene. They're kind of doing
Well, didn't he do
here's
the battle
7
damage?
different things in the movie.
They'll do
At the
the
building?
flower scene in a different statue. I bet.
Yeah, that's the
Later
way
they'll
they
do that.
should.
Maybe.
That's what they're
Maybe.
gonna do. If this sells well, and all that, then they'll do the full version and then
Yeah.
make it more money.
I mean,
that's how they're thinking.
I think
Right.
I would want the battle damage anyway. I mean, don't I understand? I'm just saying for me. I'm not.
You
Everybody
better
has
be
their
saying just
opinion.
for you. Yeah.
Yes, but to see the T1000, the T100 endoskeleton, to have Arnold in the middle, the 1000, and then another one T100. I think that setup would be beautiful. Like somebody, if I was just come to somebody's house and see that, I think that would be a nice looking setup. This battle damage.
Well, that's another good segue. Okay, actually, before we get into that, price point on this.
Huh.
So
$2,000.
from what I saw here, I guess you're gonna get the torso. You get a whack load of swap outs. I think there's a swap out with a rebar in his hand for the right arm, and then the left arm, it's broken. The left arm, but then it has an endoskeleton actual arm piece that you can put in robotic arm. And I think it comes with two portraits. These two portraits you're looking at, they're different. So, and with a bust. So, what do you think the price point's going to be?
2,700.
You think this will be more than the endoskeleton?
No, I think the endoskeleton is going to be up higher than that. Remember, I said almost like the Predator, Jungle Predator, and I
Yeah.
think this one will be maybe 27, 26, 2,600.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then you throw in the flowers, be $3,000.
Dilber said Rashid's got the right idea. Dilber, are you sure we're talking about the right Rashid? No.
I mean, why do y'all think this is going to cost as much as the? Isn't that about the same price as like the
License,
two-piece Batman?
his face, his
89?
likeness.
Is it? I mean,
Yeah,
Michael
the
Keaton in that
likeness.
one too, though. You got
His
Yeah, but
the,
this
likeness
is Arnold
is
Schwarzenegger's
expensive.
likeness. You paying for the likeness, so I
Yeah.
definitely think that it's going to be up there with the
Yeah.
likeness license. Then you have the portraits, the bust, the weapons, the metal that they may add. Yeah, and you don't even know how much the materials are going to weigh. I'm sure it's not going to be light. I do not think this is going to be no light material like that. And plus,
It's an
look at
impressive piece.
look at the craftsmanship in this piece. You cannot expect that they're gonna sell it for $1,000, and they got a lighter feature. It has lighter feature also. It's gonna be up there.
I think 18,
yeah,
17, 18
I was
is
going
the,
to say $2,000. Sorry.
No need to apologize. $2,000 is. I
think
think
it's
17, 18 is the sweet spot, though.
Nah, I think it's
Okay,
gonna
the
be more.
peasant version. That's the peasant version with him just standing there with the gun up like that, and then you have the other switch outs. Then that'll be the exclusive version.
Yeah, maybe
You know
they're
what I'm
gonna do a tiered like economy version and so forth. Yeah.
Peasant, man. Just have to get the word right. Peasant.
Sorry.
Well, the economy will probably be with uh, the less battle damage or the more battle damage, and then you have to get that other one.
Yeah,
You
the one on the
know,
left
so-
there.
Right, and then I don't know. I just feel like the likeness and the craftsmanship that you're going to be paying more.
Yeah.
They may do it where you. They may do it where you get the economy version, and then like they just did with the Batman, Pattinson Batman, they released the bust afterwards for $2.99, and you can always buy the
Yeah.
bust and have that as a swap out.
Right.
And if they do come out with a likeness Arnold Schwarzenegger non-battle damage, then they're gonna make their money even more. With that,
Mhm.
Back it says you pull a string at the back. You pull the string in his back, and he says, "California."
California.
It's not Toy Story here, buddy.
Come on.
So moving on, we got
Chopper.
the last one in the from what was shown at the showcase. The last installment is the T1000,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just showing. I'm not showing the photos from the
Look at that.
showcase. I'm
That
just showing the
is
new ones that were shown today. So these are pretty. This looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is spot on. I think it looks
Yeah.
just like him.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
100%.
definitely.
100%. Looks just
I
like
don't
him. Man.
And it'd be good that the actor's still alive, and in any convention you can have this signed by him.
I don't know. The right one, the regular portrait. See, that's the thing. I see the mouth a little bit off. So when I look on the left,
Because he just got shot in the face.
yeah, shot in the face. That one.
So his
when you
whole
look
face
at
is
it,
contorted.
Nah,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. But you're not thinking about the face anymore. You see the bullet, so it's strapped to the bullet. You know what I'm saying?
Phoenix
So
in
that
the
way-
movie, since he's made out of liquid, you got to remember
know that.
once he got shot, the ripple of the water of the liquid
no,
is
I
supposed
know
to look
that.
like that.
no, but he's
I know
saying
that.
what he's saying is See, what he's saying is the portrait on the right, if you bring it over to the left, that half is not matching.
No, that's not bad. I'm just saying the portrait on the right. You're trying
should
to
straight then.
figure how everything. If he looks right, exact portrait. On the left, you kind of like captured by the bullet hole, so you're not as
Paying
As-
attention to the
pay
portrait.
attention.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
That's my point.
distracting.
I hear it.
So
Yeah,
they,
distracted,
they
yeah.
can get away with it being a little less forgiving,
Yes.
like the actual portrait.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought the
Yes.
same.
I don't
with
know. I think it's pretty. I think like Slave said, I think it's pretty spot on for me.
I
think
see
it-
it. I 100% see it.
I think instead of comparing the portraits, you got to compare it to the movie scene it's from.
Yeah.
That's what you got to look at.
I think the angle of the face is throwing some of you guys off on it. I think it's because he's more leaned down and he's more leaned back. I think
tell you-
that's why you're saying it looks off.
I'll tell you what's 100% accurate. That finger.
I'm gonna watch it.
All right, I
tonight.
got a good question for you guys. I got a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Let's
sir.
say they offered a 2-pack in one of these. Would you take? Let's say it's always comes with the T800, so that's not the option. The option is whether you get the T1000 or the endoskeleton.
Oh, mama.
Oh,
There's your good choice.
Honestly, I think that if you're into the Terminator line, D-Rock,
You're just gonna get all three.
you're getting all three regardless. You
And I
have
wonder
to
if
get
they'll offer all three.
that's
I wonder if they'll offer a 3.
Nah,
You don't think so?
as a business person, I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to get all your money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely going to keep things separate and just sell it separate. I got to make money, you know. And if you're really into this Terminator line, like how it's looking good, you have to get all three.
Yeah.
You have to.
What do you think? So, we see here, obviously, it's the same statue. Again, this is going to get the 2 busts that you see, 2 portraits. We don't know if how it's going to be separated, but you
know
have the
what would be
clean
nice, though?
version. Those bullet effects on his jacket, those are all magnetized as well. So you get both looks here as well. So
Do you think that they might do I'm just guessing. Do you think they might do a portrait with the head split open?
Maybe a super duper exclusive.
Yeah.
a bonus.
I was hoping that they was going to give that where the head is split open.
But if they gave you the head split open, then they'd have to give you the elevator hands. Remember how he?
No,
Yeah,
not
like
necessarily. Not necessarily, bro. I mean, I know what you're saying,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I think you're right. I think your comment was spot on with the thinking about the hot toy. Is you want all the parts, but you got to remember the body's a statue, so it's not like you can swap out all the parts like you would a hot toy.
Right. But I do think that they should at least gave the split
head,
head.
yeah.
I think if you get the split head, that would a lot of people would definitely be grabbing on this. But I think with the shotgun head, bullet hole to the head right there, people want to get this one too.
My concern, and it came to my mind today. I was on the show with Collector's Table with Adam, Shane, and Kevin, and I don't know why this came to me. This is the stuff I worry about as a statue collector. This is what in the back of my mind. You know how you're gonna put these bullet effects on the shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say let's say you buy the statue, you put the bullet effect, in 5 years you don't take that bullet effect off, and then you say, hey, I want to switch it up a bit. Would you have any worry that magnet, because essentially the magnet is preserving the circle of the fabric, and the rest of the fabric is exposed to the elements, the dust.
I think there's magnets behind that fabric, and it's not going to damage it. You're just placing it right there.
No,
It's
no,
like
I
you
know.
put-
But how about the fabric? You know the
He's saying
fabric?
the color of the
color.
fabric will change because it's not.
It's not exposed to
affected by
light.
dust.
It's not exposed to dust. It's not,
Well, I don't think
can
your
see that.
statue should be exposed to light anyway. Like not like that, because
Well,
like
when you take the magnet off and when you dust the statue, that would solve it over the years, right? I mean, every time you dust it, you take off the magnets.
you know, like if you had this in the light with these bullet hole fragments and the light, of course, and if you had it on the sun like that, it's gonna fade. Of course, it's gonna fade the whole damn uniform. You shouldn't even have it in the light like that. If you keep it in a nice cool area where you at in your basement, you don't have nothing to worry about.
yeah. It's just how I worry. This one has to be a bit cheaper because you're not getting really much with it, right?
How
You're
you
getting,
figure that? It's 1/3.
it's 1/3, but if this has to be, you're not getting the swap outs you're getting with the T800, and you're not getting the materials you're using for the endoskeleton.
You know what I go by price with? I
Mm,
go by price with the inflation. Because all right, look at how everybody's trying to guess the 1/4 Superman. That's supposed to be the Hush Superman. Everybody
yeah,
was saying like 1600 or 1400.
yeah.
Everybody's going up in price. So this has more detail than that. So I automatically think their prices is high.
I don't think anything in the Terminator line is going to be under $2,000.
Really?
I
I
agree.
don't.
Wow.
I
I
100% agree with him.
That's what I think. That's
Okay.
what I think. At least expect $2,000 each piece. At
Yo,
least.
Are you guys in the same boat? Everyone else?
I agree.
that
I don't know if
Arkham
I,
line price
I don't
is
think they'll go that high on all three pieces.
Look at what they're doing with
I feel
Predator.
like there'll
There's
be.
no way they're not doing this with, and this is even bigger than Predator.
Have you? Yeah, but these statues aren't bigger than the actual Predator statues.
No, but
No,
the
Like
but
license
size wise,
itself.
and
but
The
they're
I mean,
license.
those things are
1/3.
huge.
They're 1/3, and the likeness
And the
Yeah, the
rights.
likeness,
and the
the rights
licenses.
make a difference. I
Yeah,
still think
rights.
2000
Yeah.
is where I would put the. I'd put this one at like 1899. I put the Arnold at 1999 or maybe 2100. But I think
So
I think that endoskeleton is going to be like $3,000. I agree with that one.
How about you, CC? You were about to interject.
I don't know if I have much of a dog in this fight. That's what I think. I'm just really ignorant as to the going rate for like any licensed Terminator collectibles. To know if it's really that expensive, but it wouldn't surprise me because otherwise, I feel like these all would have been done a long time ago if it was that obtainable.
Well,
And
CC, the ECC endoskeleton, people was paying, I think 1800 to 1900 to 2 grand for that because it was the only one that was like I think almost 1/3.
but
So
what was the
now
retail?
it was that was years ago. So the retail was about a little bit over 1,000
A
at the
thousand a
time.
few years ago, though. I think that means that this
No,
is
not a
going to
few
be
years ago. A while, about 2000, 2010, 2011.
Long time
yeah.
ago.
That again tells me that with inflation and everything else, that this is going to be a lot. Like maybe that does translate to maybe close to 2,000 for this now because we're
Right.
talking 13 years ago and it was $1,000. That was
Mhm.
a lot for a statue even back then.
Yes.
So yeah, that makes sense to me then. That if the license was that expensive, or if it was that expensive to produce them, yeah, that's start saving now, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Here's a
If you're
picture of
really
the two
into this,
busts, the one for the T800 and the
And did you see
T1000.
the base, John, for the Arnold Schwarzenegger? It lights up and it has like the metal from the
Like in the
chest up.
chest plate, yeah, the
Right.
chest
So
armor.
that's why I think it's gonna be like Cypher said, up to 2 grand.
look
Now,
at some of
and
the Predator pieces. They're at least 17 and up now, and that's
I'm
some of the
sorry.
new ones that they're about to release.
I'm sorry if you mentioned this before, but do you think they would offer the bust separately, like they just did with the Batman
It seems like that's what they're. Well, they did it with the Batman, so hopefully
and Joker?
that and Joker, so hopefully that's and
I think so.
the Fabok
It's a
one too, actually, for that
it's a
matter.
toss up because remember they did the bust for the Bermejo Joker and they for all the
All
head
three of
sculpts.
them.
Yeah, they gave a bust for them. So I mean, but I'm not saying they're gonna do it for this, but it's a possibility that they do it because look, they got if they just come up with these two head sculpts, I don't see why they wouldn't just put that bust there so it could sit on it. So you
Yeah,
know,
I'd be curious to see if they're going to continue that tiered system, economy, bonus, and deluxe or whatnot, and see if the busts and the swap outs play a factor there.
I still think they should have called economy basic, but that's just me.
Wow.
yeah.
Maybe we'll get an Alfred with this one.
And you know what they might do with the T 1000 human form? They might put that what you call it? The chips motorcycle helmet portrait. Don't be surprised
Yeah.
if they make it for that. Anything to make more money
Yeah.
Oh,
and be close to the movie. Because that's
The
what
one
I
with
would do.
sunglasses. The one with
You're right.
sunglasses.
I would make that an option.
For the T1000, yeah.
Once
That's more iconic, I think.
Yeah, but
than,
once all you bought this, I would put that out there immediately.
Yeah,
So-
but the problem with that is then you need the jacket and you need the.
Yeah, that's just going to be the next release.
You
It'll
need
be
the
the same
motorcycle.
That's another
with
statue,
more
man.
clothes.
It's another
That's
statue.
another statue. That's
Yeah.
another statue completely.
They'll do it.
And then they'll jump into the dioramas where he'll be on a motorcycle, or Arnold will be on a motorcycle, or him shooting him. If they're really going to tackle this license, they're just going to go big to the smaller sizes as it goes on.
I don't want to
Cash
sound.
cow.
Yeah, it's a cash cow, and I don't want to sound thing, but while I really feel bad for Darkseid because I think this just steamrolled Darkseid, especially.
Were they making this? Were they making one?
Yeah.
Darkseid was tackling the Terminator line. Yeah, of course, different renditions of the character. Like they're doing a Sarah Connor, but quality wise, from what we're seeing, is a big difference.
Well, if you took this on, would you buy their Sarah Connor?
No, because I don't feel like. Well, from what we're looking at now, obviously, I just don't feel like it's going to be the quality is going to be matched. And I'm really proud of you guys. The 2, 4, 5 of you here, I'm proud of all of you. And you know why I'm proud of you? Because not one person on this panel said, "Well, it's Blitzway. I gotta wait." Thank you. I'm tired of hearing that. That's Blitzway. Oh, we gotta double check with Blitzway. Come on.
I don't think they're going to mess this license up. There's no way.
There's too much into it.
No, it's too big. It's too big.
Costs too much for license to
Yeah.
screw it up. That's all.
I think it's going to be maximum effort on the entire project.
Now, is anybody here gonna buy any of the Terminator products?
I already pre-ordered all 3. They went up. They went up today. You didn't get that.
You did not.
It's not April 1st, John.
I'm not. Let me tell you, if we get to 400 people live, I'll pre-order. No, I'm kidding.
Shut the hell up.
I would have bought the life size Indo.
What's going on, Nathan? The life size, damn.
You know what I think is really cool? Their pedestals that they chose to use, like the oil tanks. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so creative. That's real cool. Like you could buy one of those and put them on a pedestal now. There you go. Terminator setup.
I'm a fan of that MacGyver stuff. I said MacGyver stuff. Just to be clear.
Terrible.
We will, as the information comes out, guys. I'll keep you guys updated on the Facebook group and on the shows. But moving on, we got the Poison Ivy on Throne. We're gonna get into DC. This was T's last showcase or the one before, and it was just a render. So now we're seeing it in person. This is, of course, like I said, we're doing the gallery photo, so not from the showcase, but actually a photograph taken. This is quarter scale. And,
This piece is
you know,
hot.
when I saw the render last show, I was not digging it, but damn, this is... I think they did really well here.
I see why people don't. I see why Rashid is not a fan of it, because it does have like a little like art germ, like what is it that anime type look to it. Like they did the Vampirella. Like their Vampirella doesn't look like traditional Vampirella, but this Ivy and it kind of seems like the same style, and I think it works. I know it's too much for you, but I do think
busy.
for traditionals when it comes
Look at the
to
skeletons underneath, the ivy, the whatever, her flipping plants took the bodies and just decomposed them down there. I don't know. This is...
It kind of reminds me of like a samurai piece a little bit. I guess maybe because it looks anime. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
it's too busy. It's too busy.
Yeah.
From a design standpoint, it's like you can't pick out. If you look at the image on the left, look at how much stuff's going on.
Yeah,
look how many different colors, and just like it's a little too busy for me.
I mean, but you guys want all the Ivies to look the same, because this is just a different take on her. Like I get it, you guys are traditionalists. You like her.
I don't have a problem with her. I have a problem with the base and her together.
I think it's too compact. They compact everything together to make it small as opposed to the original.
I like
Ivy.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's the taste, I guess.
She looks like she should be a Ninja Batman. I don't know.
Well, from a footprint standpoint, I could respect it. I'm not a big like animated style. I'm not gonna name artists because I feel like I'll get chased off of the YouTube community. But there's some artists I don't like because I think their art style just looks too photoshoppy for me. And I say that knowing there's a lot of artists that work just in digital medium that I really love. But there's something about the color scheme of this I think is very like 80s, maybe because it's so metallic. I do think that what could have helped break it up so it doesn't look like just like a big block of green is if they had some negative space under her where the base is, so it doesn't look like a blob of green from far away. But then I wonder if it would remind people too much of the Hush Poison Ivy. So do I like this more than that one? No. But I do think that it's a beautiful statue still. Just different style for sure, different take on it.
To go back to Terminator for 1 second, Jeff from Secret Sanctuary, what's going on, says Darkseid still satisfies fans who don't like fabric because Darkseid's fully sculpted. And I was just referring to the teases that Darkseid had put up, not the teases, but the full reveal of the production for that Sarah Connor. And
Do you have any pictures of
it wasn't looking good.
Terminator stuff?
No, I didn't pull any up. We can afterwards if we have time. But and then he also mentioned this has an Uma Thurman looking portrait, which it does. Unfortunately, it wasn't shown at the gallery. But yeah,
did they ever do a design of Poison Ivy where one of these chomping plants was like larger than this, like these? Did they do one like? I feel like this design would work if they had one of these under her and it was like much larger. Like the head was like she was sitting on its head.
Yeah,
and it was much larger with the big
Well, this
tongue,
is
like
part
the
of
one on the left.
their throne line, I think.
Yeah, well, she would still be sitting on the throne. It would just be that its head would be supporting her, which to me would be more interesting than just the leaves and the skeleton and a rock, I guess.
What's going on?
And it would break the color up. It would break the color up for me because there's a lot of green in the middle.
And I don't like the outfit. You know, the less looks. I don't know. I don't like the outfit at all.
But I love the hair.
The hair's beautiful.
I think the face
reminds me
sculpt
of
is
the
sexy.
Witchblade.
I think everything about this piece is sexy. It's not. I'm not gonna buy it, but I do like the style.
You were saying Phoenix?
It looks like the Witchblade top cow, the armor kind of thing. But
And
the throne,
eyebrows.
I think the throne,
Wow.
if they had made into like a flower, like a complete man-eating flower, and she's sitting inside it, that breaks up the looks of it. You know what I'm saying? But now there's too many leaves and there's too many flowers around her. Just really a big mess, right? To me, anyway. So.
Yeah. What's going on, Chris? This was the Uma Thurman swap out portrait. I did pull it up. I'm digging
That
that
is?
as well. Yeah, that is.
That doesn't look like
It's very inspired, I think. Yeah.
It does. It does. It's very. The photo's not the best. This one I took a screenshot from the video. It in the video it does. It definitely looks like her. To me at least.
Well, Piggy said
makeup-
he's gonna get it.
Definitely
Yeah.
on point.
And then this was the base. It's just the thing with this is what's going to make or break this is going to be price point, right? Because they just put out Hush Ivy in 3rd scale, the skin toned, at I think roughly 13 something. So then this is quarter. What are they going to price this so that they don't conflict? Because for me, nothing beats the Hush Ivy.
What do you think about the saliva on this thing? What do you think about that saliva? I don't really, you see it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it.
What'd you say the price was on that 1/3?
I want to say it was 1,300 roughly.
I feel like they would stay a couple $100 shy of it, but these quarter scales that they're doing, maybe this is a quarter, right?
This is quarter.
Yeah, I feel like because they're so intricate. Like this base is super intricate,
Mm-hmm.
and the paint is a ton of paint work on this. I feel like they're going to be close to the 3rd scale prices, especially with inflation and how everything's higher
Tactical,
priced now.
the tactical throne Batman was 1,000 for the basic bitch version. So
Yeah, it was basic.
that doesn't have a complicated paint compared to this.
It'll be very interesting to see. Yeah, the black stuff, the like almost the goo kind of. I don't know. I'd have to see it closer, but I see what you're saying. At least not all of them have it. See, I like the one right above it is closed, but it's almost like you could still see the teeth through the opening at the bottom there. Do you see that? Like it's closed, but it still has that gap. I don't know, man. Details like that blow my mind.
Yeah.
But that's cool. We'll keep on going with DC. This was the Batman versus Killer Croc, which has been anticipated for quite some time. But so we're finally seeing it. This is going to be quarter scale. This is pretty cool.
What do you guys think of the portrait options on Croc?
Atrocious.
Yeah,
I don't think they're bad.
I think that was the weakest part of the statue for me.
I agree. This one here, this is so bad. That upper lip is
Like an eight Croc.
like a bad injection job or something. I don't know, that's me personally. I do like this portrait though.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of that one?
Nah, I like this portrait the most out of all of them, but
Right.
I don't know about this because I do have the DC Direct one already.
Yeah. Very
I like
similar
this one.
almost.
Yeah.
That one seems the least offensive to me.
I think
like
I
this
would.
one
Yeah,
most.
I would just leave that one on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like a diorama piece. I like Batman in a diorama piece. It's good. For me, I think it's if you like Killer Croc and Batman and you kind of want them battling, I kind of think it's a cool piece. Like, do I think it's gonna be like the best piece? Probably not. I'm sure they're gonna have some better ones in the pipeline, but I mean, it's still cool to get something different as opposed to just Batman standing up or sitting down, or it's something different.
Please ignore the photo on the right because that's a hyena from a different statue. I don't know. I don't know how I got it mixed up. But the Batman, I took this photo for the Batman. He looks good too.
I will say the water effect, that transparent resin, I hope that is executed as well as it looks here. I feel like, and also I know there's concerns with any kind of transparent resin or semi-transparent resin that there could be like discoloration over time, but I think that looks really good. That's probably one of my favorite parts of this. It's not for me just because I'm not big on Killer Croc, but I like the direction they're going with these dioramas.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
think
funny
they
you said
perfected.
that. Go ahead.
I think they
Go ahead.
perfected the translucent with the Green Lantern. I think they hit it on the mark. So what they're doing is they're transferring to other statues like these ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely built their confidence up with that.
Yeah.
You were gonna say D-Rock?
I was just gonna say, kind of adding to what Cece said. This would be the only way I probably would buy a Croc, is because it would be like in a battle scene with Batman. This would get me to buy a Killer Croc, but I'm just the portrait is the hang up. I love the concept.
Mm-hmm. And this was another shot of the Batman with a swap out cowl. Looks like he has a mask that covers the face.
Like a rebreather or something.
Yeah. Awesome. I've said it on a couple of shows already. I don't want to be that guy that mentions scale, but when you're continuing a line, when you're doing a line of dioramas and you've been producing them in third scale, I would have liked to see this at least offered in third scale, even if it was at a limited number, just because to continue that. Because I think this would pair so well with even if you get the Joker versus Batman.
But John, you have to admit that piece that you have, Bane versus Batman, is almost unmanageable.
It is. It's not almost unmanageable. It is unmanageable. It's not the point, though.
Well, I'm just
I was
saying,
gonna
like
say that too.
that's like that. They're looking at that, and maybe that's a big complaint, and they're worried. Like if we start doing pieces that big, maybe we're not going to sell them as
Right.
much because
But we
the
have to
price is going to be premium since that was created.
But we have to hold
Space
them
too.
accountable. We have to hold them accountable the way we've held Queen Studios accountable. Right? Queen
No, man,
Studios.
they know that you don't have enough space. We all bitching and complaining about space. So
All right,
they're
Phoenix.
giving you what
You don't have
want,
enough space
and now
anymore
you're bitching
because
about
you're
it.
flipping.
You're
You
not gonna
almost can't
really
even
save
sit in
much
there.
space with this.
I'm just saying we have to hold them accountable because Queen Studios, we've been holding Queen Studios accountable for dropping their half scale line, right? They started the half scale and now they're dropping it. I just if this was like
this would take up too much space, man.
I don't think this would take more
Yeah, you're
space
not
than the
saving
Bane.
much space.
This wouldn't take more space than the Bane.
I
If it was
think
one
You
third,
have. That's
Yes,
the
it would.
problem.
Than the Bane versus Batman?
Yeah,
This
Yeah.
would
how
be
many of
just
those
as
can you
bad.
take?
This
Though?
would be just as bad, bro.
I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be bigger, but I don't think you're saving much.
We
Going quarter scale
often
didn't
talk
save
about
much.
like voting
No,
with your wallet.
this is smaller.
It makes me wonder if, for all of the people who are big proponents of the half scales, if they've just noticed that there's not as much demand for 1/3 scale dioramas, and that maybe it takes a while for them to sell out, or what. They don't want to be stuck with a line that no one wants to complete because they don't have the space for it or the money, if that's what it takes.
I mean, John, I would like this 1/3. With that portrait with the animal head. But I mean, when I had that Bane versus Batman, and I love that piece. But come on, that piece is humongous, man.
I know it
That
is.
piece is
I know it is.
obese. It's just
It's a table. Well,
it's,
hello.
it is a table.
You don't have to bring weight into it, okay? We all have our bad days. No.
But I think that this piece would be, come on, this would be killer, bro. Because instead, this is like Bane versus Batman. Said Bane is on the bottom, and
Okay,
Batman's
whatever.
on-
That's fine. You win. Chris, I'll keep your
I'm
question.
sorry, John.
I'll
We're
keep your
sorry. We're
question. We'll do it
sorry.
at the end. Chris, we'll do your question afterwards, Chris. But that's fine. I understand. I get what you're saying because it's a big.
Yeah, I love
Croc,
the Batman
but-
though.
I think the companies are starting to realize, like, we are complaining about space. Like, it's just too you're being too crazy with the space.
This is not going to save you too much space, though.
It's
Nah, when you
listen,
see them
Bane
standing
versus
next to
Batman.
Yeah, that's
when
fine,
they-
man.
when
Bro,
they're standing
it's
next
just
to the
too much.
tactical
statue,
throne,
it's small.
41 inches in depth, 42 inches in depth.
But
Bro,
they made it where you don't have to add the back part also.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
they,
that you
they
could
give you
take-
the basic bitch version, like CC
Yup.
says.
Wow.
They gave you
I
that
think- I
option.
think
You
the
can't
others-
do a basic big version of this. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
That's true.
I think the other side of it
Hands
is that
down.
because of the economy, they
Yeah.
know that people are not going to pay another $600 for a third scale. So they're giving you a quarter scale at the price of a third, which you
Right.
used to. So that's what's going on. That's why.
Oh,
they're
they
giving
think
you a
you
quarter
think
scale.
you're going to save money?
No, it's
No,
not
no.
about
I'm not
saving
saying
money.
money. I'm just saying you're used to the 1/3 price, the old price. So
Yeah.
they're giving you a quarter scale at the third price. But
Yeah.
if they offer you a third
Yeah.
scale,
But you should-
it's going to
you
be
should
another
know that.
$600-700. You won't buy it. That's my thing.
Yeah, but they're going to
people
charge you third scale price for this?
No,
I know exactly.
Yeah.
But
Let's
you
be
paid,
honest.
you've been paying 1/3. You're okay
they're
with
going
it.
to charge.
Yeah.
They're going to charge a high price. It's not going to, because if this was 1/3, it would not be the same price as a 1/4.
No, it
Yeah.
wouldn't. But they're not lowering the prices. The gap
No,
between
their price
third
is
to
going to
quarter.
go up.
Yeah.
But they, like what Phoenix is saying is, like, they know people want, especially with space, this will sell out quicker, lower than a 1/3 than
Listen,
it
guys.
was 1/3.
Space, listen, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of hearing about space like I'm tired of hearing about shipping. Space is space.
That's crazy.
If
I
you
don't
don't have
complain about
space,
shipping.
guess what? If you don't, everybody will get to the point where they don't have space. You got to start selling if you want to stay in the hobby,
You gotta want this life.
right? You're gonna get to the point where you have no more space. So what do you do?
That's not going to stop people. And guess what people are going to do?
Collecting
They're gonna-
boxes. Okay.
Exactly. They're going to
So
buy it.
perfect. So you know what you do?
and
You
box
buy
it.
this in 1/3, keep it in the box, put a tablecloth over it, and use it as a stand. Space is
Yo,
always
let me
gonna
tell you
be
what-
full.
Let me tell you what I almost did. I almost, because I didn't think I had a spot for that war machine, and I was going to keep it out for like a month or two, and then I was going to put it back in the box. You know, if you really want that piece, some people, that's how they do it. You know, so
But you have to agree that the 1/4 collector base is significantly larger than 1/3. I know everybody's hype about 1/3, and it's like the new fucking.
I know the
chip on
collector
block,
base for
everybody wants it.
yeah. I know the
But a
collector
lot of
base
people
for
like it.
quarter is the collector base for quarter scale statues is large at sideshow prices, not at Prime One prices.
It depends on the type of collector you're going to be. If you decide you want to take that route, be like, I really like this piece, I'm willing to spend the money. It all depends on the piece. If the piece is really hot and you're fall in love with it, people find a way to buy it. They'll just
of
payment
course.
plan that shit. So I think that's what it's boiling down to. The 1/3 hype is going to fall off eventually, and Prime One's seeing that, so now they're already tackling it by offering so much 1/4 now. It's just they were doing 1/3 for so long. Now they're like, all right, this is not sustainable.
John, you
They're gonna
prefer this to be 1/3?
You say that, but then LBS is going to come out and just
No, I'm
steamroll.
asking you. I said,
We
do
don't
you
know
prefer-
that, though.
Do you prefer?
Well-
do you prefer that to be 1/3?
This one?
Yeah.
Look, a quarter or third. I'm still considering this even in quarter. I'm just thinking of if I want to. I have Batman versus Bane on a dining room table. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It's behind me. You can't even see it on a dining room table. Now, if I had Batman versus Bane on one side, and I was to put this Killer Croc in quarter scale on the other side, it's just not gonna visually, in my opinion. I don't think it's gonna match up well in quarter.
Well, I don't.
So
Go
Wait
ahead.
till
I'm
you get
sorry.
your display.
No, go ahead.
The only thing I could say, and this could be like a mental disorder I have, and just try to justify my purchases, but I think you could almost, in mixing scales, it is difficult, but I do think you could kind of make it work with like almost like a little bit of forced perspective. So, say if you have a quarter scale diorama piece, just make sure you're not putting it smack dab next to a 1/3. Like maybe display it a little higher or a little lower.
Right.
Like that was kind of my justification of the fact that I have like it's small but I've got like a 1/3 portrait in front of a quarter scale statue. I'm like, you see it first as you're walking up to my room, so like it's like I've created like a forced perspective almost. So I do think you can make it work. Is it difficult? Absolutely. Do I think having like a 6 scale in the same vicinity as a 3rd scale and a 4th scale is like highly recommended? Absolutely not. But like a piece I think of when I think of reasons why I would go out of my scale of choice was like Talon, because they're not going to do it in a quarter, and I would have loved it in a quarter. And then also, like, if I ever get the opportunity for XM Sanity, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's 1/6, therefore it's trash. Like, no, like
Correct.
I'm willing to make that sacrifice because that piece is not feasible for me or most people in anything larger than a 6 scale.
yeah, I'm not scale shaming. I'm the type of person I'm okay with mixing scales, because you can raise them, play with risers and so forth, like you mentioned. I just think when it comes to a line and a diorama, a little bit different. But
I think Bane would be good low because Batman's in the mud. So if you displayed him low, and he's a character that gets bigger as he juices up. So you could totally mix him and it wouldn't look that off because he could get that big.
yeah,
So I think it would work.
Yeah. So my thing with this 1/3 and 1/4, the thing is that the way I see it, the 1/3 LBS is going 1/3 because Jay is a fan, and he had other business too. He like he says he has got 4 business to do. His LBS is just one of his side gig. With Prime One, their main thing is that it's a business for them. They make statue, that's it, and so
that's their
when
main
you
source
see
of
them-
income.
Yeah, exactly. So what they're doing is going what the collectors want now is which is a quarter scale, not 1/3. That's why they're diverting it. That's the difference. Personally, that's how I see it.
I think you're spot on, Phoenix.
But do you guys think they're going to price themselves really high on the 1/4 and
Yeah,
not?
we're
be able
used to we're used to paying it.
Yeah.
Like he said, we're used to paying that price. Why would they make it lower? They want
You
to
can't raise the
make the
price
same
anymore.
money.
But I'm
Yeah,
not
raise
going to
the
buy
price
those
anymore.
quarter. I'm not going to buy $1,500 quarter
Exactly.
scale statues. I'm telling you that right now.
Depending on
No,
how,
yeah,
depending on how.
I'm not going to buy $2,000 Terminator statues. I mean,
No,
Yeah.
no, but the problem is that's you though, right? Because you're used to the 1/3 price, and now you're going back quarter
Right.
scale, and you're looking like, oh, I can't
Right.
pay quarter scale out of 1/3 price. But the new collectors, they didn't see that. So what they see is the quarter scale at this price is what they used to. They're getting
Yeah.
used to.
yeah.
And
So
they
you're kind of
accept
proving
that.
my point for me is that people like me who've been collecting Prime 1/3 scale are just going to duck out on these.
I don't
The price
think.
is so high.
I don't think
They're
Phoenix.
going to not buy as much as they think they're going to. And you're saying Prime 1's just going to depend on new collectors just showing up in a low market.
I think
In
it
a
just
bad
depends
time
on
in
the
the
piece,
market?
D-Rock.
I agree. I think they should undercut XM with their base model like they did with the tactical throne. Keep it $9.99. If they did that, they'll find a place in the market. But if they're going to come out with a bunch of quarter scale statues and they're all going to be $1,300, $1,500, $1,700 because they're going bigger with their quarters, doing dioramas or whatever, I just don't know if they're going to find the market they think they're going to find. That's just my, my opinion.
Yeah, but that's why they're offering the economy scale and deluxe, and that's the 3 levels they offer to get different collectors.
Yeah,
that's how it's.
We're gonna have we'll have to see if they carry through with that for these other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm paying $1,800 for that Predator, that Ahab Predator that's coming out, and that's a diorama piece, and that's 1/4. I really like the piece. I want it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it. It's just that's how the collectors are gonna be as of now. Like,
right?
If you really like the piece, you're gonna get it, and that's probably gonna be one of their last 1/4 Predator pieces. So they're going 1/3,
too.
and I refuse to buy 1/3. I like their pieces, but I'm not buying 1/3 Predators. I'm just not doing it. I refuse.
That's a big jump.
Yeah,
Jeff,
and also the ES too, right? If they have a low ES, then people have to jump on, and that's how they get them too. So it's a combination of prices and pushing you the full ES. You might miss it out if you don't buy it now, and that's how they get you.
And do you think that's what they're going to do with these quarters that they're coming out with? They're going to do lower ESs on those as well.
Oh yeah,
try to get people to jump on them.
Definitely.
Take it easy, Nathan. Have a good night, buddy.
Yeah, definitely.
Jeff, I'll try to pull them up afterwards. Thank you for sending the photos. I'll see if I can pull them up afterwards. We can talk about it. But moving on, I think based on what I'm hearing, the community, this was really one of the major showstoppers of last night's showcase. This is the Harley Who Laughs, coming in at 3rd scale from the Dark Knight's Metal. And I'm digging this a lot. I think she's really well done. Anyone else in the same boat?
It's a pass for me.
That's insane.
That's insane. This portrait.
I think it looks nice, but I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
I would describe it as very niche, but I think it's so out there. I could see like that portrait. Just I think they did
the nicest portrait.
Yeah, I think they did an excellent job with this, and it was so unexpected. I think this might be pretty popular, just given the kind of like style choices and aesthetic of Batman Who Laughs, and then also the fact that Harley herself is quite popular. I just want like art of just that portrait, honestly. Mm-hmm. If I could just get like a painting or an art print.
With the helmet or unhelmeted?
I like the see-through helmet.
Seeing her eyes through that.
Brilliant.
The other portrait is fabulous too.
I love this portrait. This portrait to me.
Yeah, that's the other one that was a stunner.
See how they did the eyebrows beneath the paint? Like to make it look like the makeup? I don't know, man. This is some crazy stuff here.
It looked like there's blood on her lips too.
Yeah.
This to go with the Batman Who Laughs together?
Do you think their poses are too similar? They should have maybe went with a different.
Here, I don't know if you can see it, but Terry shared some photos. He's already getting his space. Our guy Terry from Gotham Cinnabites. The photo might be too small, but he's already clearing up space for her. Look, he photoshopped her in there on the right.
Oh, Terry ain't playing, man.
Too much for me, but the arm is in the same position, kind of holding up the chains like that. But
yeah, I mean it's still a nice piece, but I just think it's like really close.
I think how you angle it, you can angle it a way where it wouldn't bother me, to be honest.
Well, it's an artistic direction thing. It's like, why not do the other arm? Switch her where she's. It's then you can either put them back to back or face to face, where their arm both arms are raised. Now you have them doing the same exact pose. It's a little odd when you put them together now. Personally, it's just not art direction wise. It's not all there.
What's going on, Lewis?
I think that's the only problem I saw with the piece.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm happy for Terry. He was super excited. Another one that he was. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
Do you guys think in the can you go back to the picture of the actual statue? Do you guys think that the colors are a little muted on that compared to what they were showing, or is that just the picture is muted?
I'm not really.
It's a combo.
Yeah, I thought the colors would be a little bit better than that. I don't really.
I wanted them to pop more.
Yeah.
Pop a
Honestly,
little more.
when I saw this, I
Yeah.
was like, I thought I might get it just from the showcase, and I don't even have a Batman Who Laughs, and I'm not. I never thought about really getting one, but
I mean, the
when I
colors
when I
make it
saw
look
this, I
like
was like, it's so
old.
muted. Yeah, it's like so
Yeah.
muted. I was like, why is it not?
It looks like an
I want it to be
old
bright.
red, like an old metal red on her. You know?
Yeah,
I
but
think
I don't know.
the right doesn't look too bad. So part of me thinks that maybe the one on the left is just washed out, even though it does have more white. So you think that that one would be truer to color.
I think it's the flash.
I think we might just have to see more photos or video of it to determine if it's really that. Because it's certainly not going to be like the brightest piece in the world. It's not going to make sense in the universe. But I do think that the blue and the red kind of break up all of the like rusty earth tones in the base.
Yeah, and if you look at the photo here, this is kind of how it was shot at the showcase. You can see there was red
A
light.
lot of lighting,
There was a lot of light play
Yeah.
there. So
and I think you might want to do that in your own setup to make it
yeah,
really pop.
I mean, it's going to work great in Terry's setup because Terry has a lot of lights, so
Right,
it's
sure.
going to look that good in his setup. But in somebody else's setup, maybe not.
another one. Yeah, I can't wait for Terry to get. I know he was super stoked. He got the comic book already, the comic book cover, the variant cover, and he's stoked. So another one I think he was pretty excited was the Murder Machine, coming in third scale as well. And I think this ties the Dark Knight's metal line. It brings it to a close finally. These
Well,
last
they
two
actually
pieces.
didn't come out with the Robin King. They're supposed to come out with the Robin King.
With the
but
Robin
I
King?
guess, yeah. I mean, XM did one, but they didn't do it. You know.
So yeah,
Did that piece do well?
Or the Robin King.
Yeah,
what's going on, Ro?
I never followed it. Did like a lot of people love it, or did
I
it
know
like sell
one
out?
person that bought
I
it.
like the Robin King. I didn't like. I didn't care for the whatever the Dark Knight spirit behind him.
I don't think this line did as well as they think they did. I think that's why they're closing it down. If it had done better, I think they would have keep continuing it. That's
Well,
I think the story's over.
Well, actually, the story is over. So these are the last of the characters. But I mean, I think Phoenix mean like a lot of people either selling theirs now or they're still for sale. I don't think
I think
people.
some
I
of them are
can't.
still available.
Yeah, I think people they're not doing anything with the story anymore. So people are like, it's like becoming dead now.
And I could still appreciate this line. It's beautiful.
It's different. It's different.
What's going on, Forenzi? Nice to see you.
So,
here,
what do you
buddy.
guys think the prices of something like this is going to come out? If the quarter scale is going to be pretty high, are these thirds going to go up as well?
well, the
trying to figure
rates
out
is
what
not
this
that
be.
bad.
I'm trying to figure out will this be 2 boxes or one. I can see the seam with the arm right there from the
Yeah.
computerized, but this might be 1 box. I'm trying to think, maybe 17.
Yeah, I think 16, 17 is the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the exclusive will be one of those portraits. One, I don't think it's gonna come with all the portraits. One, I
Probably the
think,
smiling portrait.
yeah.
I think that's going to be
These are gonna be the same
exclusive.
same size.
It's
as
going to be a
Grim Knight,
store
the
exclusive at
same
that.
box style.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably one store exclusive. I think that's what.
I mean, do you guys think it looks too much like an Iron Man than a cyborg?
It is very Iron Man, that's
I mean-
for sure.
I think by putting the pulsars in the hand and the chest, has it looking like I don't know. I forgot what it looked like in a comic book, but I think it just has this looking like Iron Man.
Yeah, if it's in the book like that, then I would hope, I would think so for them to be adding it there. It's going to be like that in the book. And then next we had this was a take that the community didn't really know. I don't know. It seems divided. Some people like the collaboration. Some people are thinking it's
Yeah,
a waste.
my boy actually liked it, and I was surprised.
A lot of people do. This is the Batman and the Berserker. Batman. So this is a
So
piece
this is
of a
like
piece.
him wearing the Berserker armor, right? I'm assuming like this is if he were in the universe and he put the armor on, this is what it would take shape as. I'm assuming that's what they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Berserker story.
Yeah,
But,
so the armor itself, like it changes from host to host. Like before, it had a skull, and then he's like more of an animal, like a dog, like a rabid dog. So he took the shape of like a dog. So that's why they're going with this as a Batman. Like it looks more baddish. You know, it adapts to almost like the Spawn suit. It's like very adaptive.
Yeah.
I like
In
Berserk.
the comic,
Sorry,
Go ahead.
No, go Phoenix.
in the comic, the armor breaks his bones. That's how excruciating. That's giving him his power too, because he breaks his bones and stuff
And then
to shape to his body.
like grafts to him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be a
So-
beast.
I mean, it's a good looking piece, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it looks awesome, but I don't get the whole Batman Berserk thing.
Atticus says day one.
Yeah.
It looks very Soul Calibur-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Either that
supposed
or
to be
medieval
Bane?
spawn.
Bane on the base?
Medieval spawn.
Yeah.
Some
Oh
creature.
yeah, I didn't even notice that. Shit.
Oh yeah.
There's so much going on. It's kind of
Looks
hard
like
to.
Bane. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're gonna make Bane next on Bane Berserk next on. Oh gosh.
You're seeing XM do the same thing. They're taking on these renditions of the characters and giving a spin on it. So I think artistically it's different. I could see this going next to like a Batman versus Joker Dragon diorama.
No.
Or I could see it if you're a huge Batman fan and a Berserk fan. But I think it seems very niche to me. So definitely just not something I'd appreciate.
I think it's gonna sell out though.
Ro was asking the scale. I don't think they confirmed yet, but I want to say quarter. Ro, I want to say quarter, but I to my knowledge, it hasn't been confirmed yet what the scale is. Oh, because he's saying some of them are 1/6. Okay, possibly. I know this thing looks huge, so
Was this one based on anything pre-existing, or they just slapped the two properties together?
I think this is their
Do we
own.
know?
their own artistic take.
I wonder if they're going to do more stuff like this if it's popular. Just kind of putting anime characters in.
I think this is gonna sell
Comic
out,
stuff
and they're just
together.
gonna make the line like Samurai line. It'll be Berserk line.
Berserk
I think
line.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably right.
So you think there'll be a low ES to entice people, and then
No.
see how it goes? 150 maybe, and then it entice people to buy it or not. Then they know for sure.
200 maybe. Again, possibly the tiered system. I think with this one, with the amount of swap outs and everything, on how detailed this is, you're going to get a tiered system here. Atticus is saying this was a collaboration with Kentaro Mirai before he passed away.
Miura.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was a good attempt. I got the first name right. Jeez. I almost said mural.
You're getting better, John. You're getting better.
Okay,
You're,
good.
you're gonna be a hashtag anime boy soon.
Exactly. I feel it. Moving on, we got I like this one. This was the Superman Fortress of Solitude on Throne. I thought this was cool. I direct companion piece, I think, to the Tactical Throne is what they're going for, that look. So, but I guess this is what the piece is based on, this art. And from far away, when I had first thought, I thought it was a Reeves portrait.
Yes, I almost. It's funny. I have the print. I think it's the Batman 111. And I almost bought this one at the same time because I'm a sucker for the throne poses. But yeah, I definitely read more Reeves in the portrait, and they certainly didn't do that with the statue, as far as I could see. I think they made it more of comic or like artist interpretation, whereas the actual Delato looks more like Reeves to me.
I don't like this head sculpt.
So this is
I think
yeah. Sorry,
something's off. Something's off about it. I don't know. Something's off. If it looked like the print we just saw, I'd be like, yeah, it looks awesome. But something about this head sculpt bothers me. I don't know.
So this is rendered. They didn't have the actual sculpture there. So
I don't see Superman on the throne. That's my thing. I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't see him as. This is not his style.
Maybe if he was like conflicted, like
Nah.
Thinking, maybe.
Yeah, but
Maybe if he was eating a Subway sandwich, it would be.
this guy's crazy.
I think with the print, he looks more relaxed. With this, he's kind of like antsy. You know what I'm saying? That's chilling out.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on. But in the render, he looks like he's antsy. He's like, what the? I'm not really comfortable on this thing. See the hand, you know, the body on the S and his stomach on that stuff. He's like all tightened up, right? He's not relaxed like the print one. That's how I see it.
It needs some work. I think this is going to be an Ivy situation where we're looking at renders and we're saying, yeah, it needs some improvement. The head sculpt for sure. The portrait needs to be retooled. But I do like this is the back.
I don't
And you
disagree
have-
with Michael a little bit. That sucks.
What?
Wow. Wow.
Do you not see it?
I will never.
You know what?
Wow.
I can't unsee it now.
I cannot
I know.
unsee it
I'm
now.
like, damn.
Wow, yo, Raven, you spot on, bro.
No wonder he looks
Damn.
familiar.
No wonder I don't like it.
I don't even think that they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna even make this thing.
Donkey. What's going on,
I like
Statue
the back
Collecting?
better than the front, man.
Yeah, the
the
back's
back,
cool
man.
with
I'll take that portrait of Jor-El on the left.
Jor-El and
instead.
Lara. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that portrait for Soups personally.
This would go perfect. It was 1/3 with just stick the back with the Hush Superman.
With the hush in the front. Yeah. Was it you that
Yeah,
said it? I
exactly.
think you said it. Someone
I
said
don't
it.
know.
It's like if
I don't know.
Butterface-
Quarter scale, right? So
That was a joke. It's fine.
I didn't hear you, CC.
I was
Say it
thinking
again.
what?
If Butterface was personified as a statue, looks
How
better
dare you,
from the
Cece?
back. Some people are chuckling. Okay, that's fine.
Prime One, I know you're
You
listening,
can chat
Prime
him
One.
up a little bit, you know.
Work it up. I don't want no Shrek. I don't want to. You're gonna give us Shrek. At least give us the exclusive is gonna be Fiona.
Chisel that jaw a little bit.
Okay, well let's keep going. These ones we can blow through. Quarter scale. They're showing us another Harley Quinn. Different take, of course, than the Dark Knight's Metal, but this is more of a fun. I think Harley's roots. This is renders as well, but it's different. I don't know, man. I like it. It's
I don't think
kind of
so.
like that throne. It's a throne interpretation where she's sitting, except it's the carnival ride, like a merry-go-round, with the hyena, right? As the. It's fun.
Kind
I
of
think it's fun.
Deadpoolish.
Deadpoolish,
Very
yeah.
Deadpoolish. Yeah.
I could see that.
Very Deadpoolish. But I like the costume. I like the original costume.
Yeah. I don't like this portrait. This one's nice. This is comic. This looks good. The gesture portrait. I don't like the cowgirl. This whatsoever.
I
It's
think
more
it's
playful.
interesting. It almost looks like it's been done before, but I can't place it. Does that make sense?
It looks like Toy Story. The
Yes,
Woody's girlfriend.
Jessie.
Yeah.
Yes. If she went psycho.
When Buzz leaves her.
But take note of the Joker little engraving there. Do you see on the mirror? Because that's going to be a companion piece. The one we're going to talk about. But there's the mirror with the lights, which is again resembles that merry-go-round. If you guys remember.
I wonder if those are gonna light up. That'd be so
Yeah,
cool.
did they light up?
Those
They
would
look
be
like
awesome
they're going
if
to
they-
light up. Yeah.
If they light up, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Michael says it's heavy Christmas vibes.
Yeah.
It feels like a fun animated series episode or something,
Yeah.
like a one-off.
They're incorporating the little minis as well, just like they did with the 1/3 pieces.
Little voodoo
And then you
dolls.
have her gun there.
Hey, it's a gun. So we should be happy. At least they got a gun.
Pointing it.
She's carrying something.
It's
She's
corked, but it's better than nothing. And there's the hyena. So that's promising. And then you got the companion piece, which is the Carnival Joker on throne,
I like
which
this.
which is different. I was hesitant. I was hesitant on his outfit, but it really has that like ringleader. If they're making a carnival, it really has that ringleader look to it.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I like them both together. I think they'll be a cool display if you just want to like have both of them. I wonder if they'll do a punchline too.
Portrait
Yeah,
looks nice.
Some Killing Joke inspiration
Yeah, exactly.
kind of hat. I like it.
I like the hair in his hand. I think that's pretty cool. Like him pushing his hair back like some emo dude. You know.
Wow.
It's straight from Killing Joke.
Yep. I do like the. I guess that's going to be the back of it. I do like the homage with the fish, and then
Copyright.
they'll have some like a throwing knife game. You know they have it at the carnival with the Batman plushie there, and that's it.
So that's a good question too, because you brought up the back, and it seems like a lot of the statues coming out now have a lot of intricate backsides
Yeah.
to them. You know, it's like they put a lot of effort in the back, but like, do they need to be doing that? Because how many people are turntabling all these statues? You know,
I
like we like it. I think it's great. I'm looking at it. I like it, but it's like, am I ever going to see that again
I think
after I unbox it?
I think your point is great. I don't mind it. I love it, but I think your point is great, and I think the way they're tackling that now is that the way if they continue to do it like we said with the tactical throne, where it
Yep,
can be
separate.
separated, something like that. But I don't mind.
Yeah, like what if you could take this mask off the back if it was just attached like magnet? You could pull it off and display it. You know, as part of the display. That'd be cool.
Does
I
this
thought about it.
tickle anyone else's fancy?
No.
What were you thinking, Cece?
Well, I was gonna say I thought about with the like ultimate version of the tactical throne. It would be really nice if you had the back displayed underneath the main piece, to give it like more context. But I think this is cool. It's just not. I mean, it's not for me. But also, I'm picky with statues, so it's not totally unheard of for me to pass on this.
Okay.
But I like that they're doing it.
Anyone else have anything in regards
I
to
mean,
these?
I think that'd be cool if it was like detachable. Like if you could turn it the other way, it doesn't have to be behind him. You can kind of use it like as a proximity piece, like put it right next to him. That would be cool. Like what they did with the Alfred, since they didn't include it, like you can make your own version of the Batcave. Like you could have just him in the chair and Alfred kind of like off in the distance, like you did in the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't mind that display if you had Alfred in the back, him just in the chair holding the tea, like he just came back from a mission. That would be like you can kind of make the statue in your own. So I don't mind it.
It'll be interesting to see because they have it here in the front, so
It looks
it'll
like
be
it's
interesting to see
detachable.
if it's going to be part of the throne in the front piece, or here in the back they have it by himself.
That'd be cool.
I think the economy version and deluxe and stuff is here to stay. I think this
Yeah.
is how they can get you by offering the lowest price, and then as you want more, you add more to it, and that's exactly what you want with the. Before you're saying, "Oh, if I want extras, I pay more for it," right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're giving you. They listen to you, John.
I love it when people listen to me. A lot more should right, Phoenix? Would you agree?
No, not really, man.
No. Okay.
Sometimes you.
Yeah. Sometimes you're
Thanks,
way
Phoenix.
off, bro. Sometimes you're way off.
Rarely. Moving away from DC, we got. I wanted to show this because this was pretty cool that we saw this previously, and we're finally. I think it caught people by surprise the way the sculpting was done in the cape. But this is the guts. This is the guts statue. I don't know how else to explain it because I'm not a. I don't know guts too well, but guts with who's the partner? Anybody here know guts?
Guts and Griffith.
Griff. But this is where they had the sculpting inside the cape, which I thought was really well done.
I love this piece. I think this piece is beautiful. If you know the story and you kind of like know that they're like two halves of the same coin, and you just have this as a standalone like Berserk piece, like maybe with all the books or whatever, I think it'll be a phenomenal display. Like just to have one piece.
Femtos sounds like you're getting. That's something you get after you.
That's his evil version.
Oh, okay.
That's the Griffith's evil version is Femto.
Atticus is he
Yeah,
wishes.
Guts is Femto is when Guts became this knight with the armor, because Griffith becomes Femto, and
Maybe that's what I'm gonna tackle. Guts.
you don't want to, man. It's really dark.
It's super dark.
That's a.
It's a
Yes.
very dark book, but it's a
Yeah.
great story.
Beginning is good. I mean, the Brotherhood of the Hawks, all that
Mhm.
stuff is about camaraderie between soldiers, which is kind of cool. But then once he start getting the demons in and shit, it gets so dark, and you're like, what the hell?
Are you into any of this stuff, D-Rock?
I know Guts, but it's not like I'm not going to collect anything from it. But I've read it. Yeah,
Okay.
Depending
I
on
think
the
it would
price,
be
I might
interesting
buy it.
if they had actually swapped the Kate portraits and
Yeah.
had Griffith in Guts's cape and Guts in Griffith's cape,
Well, that'd be interesting if that's something you can actually do. maybe.
because they're kind of always on each other's mind, right? So
You're always on that. Moving on, we got Harry Potter. My Harry Potter license. They pulling out Snape. This one's important. This one I think a lot of us overlooked. And then when you're sitting back, you're thinking. It's what my thought process was here. So this is like going to be their higher end, limited product. It's quarter. It's not third, and it's sculpted portrait. It's not silicone. I think it's stunning, but it has that rooted hair. Now, I think they're attacking a niche, an area that's not being really touched right now when it comes to J&D. I think this is a direct. I think this is a direct area that they're covering that J&D isn't covering. And we saw J&D with the silicone portraits, and a lot of people have been mentioning, well, how about if they maybe tried doing quarter scale polystone sculpted? And I think they're not doing that, and I think Prime One's kind of stepping up to the plate and filling in that gap. You know, they did this. They did the Geralt from, what's it called? Witcher, right?
Witcher.
Mhm.
So I think this is a smart move from them. But apparently this is going to be very limited. I heard that before, but we'll see. What do you guys think? A good character to start the line with?
I mean,
Yeah.
it looks very J&D ish.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Like it's a like I'm curious to see what the prices are going to be, but I mean it looks just like him. I'll give him that. It looks exactly like this guy.
Solid tailoring from what we're seeing here. I don't know. And then
I like
quarter.
the mixed media.
Yeah.
I think the likeness is really good. I can't exactly translate what that is on the base. I thought maybe it was like a reference to his Patronus, but I can't tell. But I like how simple it is, so that everything else kind of stands out. It's like that. It's very classy, and I'm like 99.9% sure that they actually had like a reference photo from the film where he looked exactly like this. But I do think that maybe his mouth is a little bit too open. It's just not flattering. But I think that we've seen some impressive Harry Potter statues, but I'm always excited to see more. Not, I wouldn't get into them, but my sister's to Harry Potter what I am to Batman and Star Wars. So
Okay, nice.
I could appreciate the need for stuff like this in the statue community. And I think this is, and Snape, I think nostalgic's not the right word, but like he is an important character within like the whole series, but also the fact that Alan Rickman's no longer with us, I think everyone can appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the Reeves. It's nice to see like a decent kind of like memorial piece for them.
For sure. Yeah, I think this is smart on Prime One's part to do this.
And I think Queen has the license for props, and it threatened to do Harry Potter props.
Well,
But with the economy, they also said that props were not on their priority list, which broke my heart. But whatever.
I know InArt's doing the Harry Potter as well, so we'll be curious to see what they pull out. But yeah, it'd be nice to see. We got a Harry teased a couple showcases ago, so nothing yet on that. What's going on, squad? Thanks for stopping by. Rashid, apparently, I think Rashid loves Harry Potter. That was one of his top films.
Yeah, all right.
Potter! I saw you with the cape and the scarf at the premiere. I think this is the last one that I have, but this is the Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us. Finally. I think this is so cool and different. And I think this should have been the first statue instead of Ellie and Abby. Who knows why they put that first, but this is cool. What do you guys think? Were you guys fans of the show? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I like the show. From what I saw, I never played in the game, but I like the show.
A lot of people love this game and love these characters. I think they're going to sell these out.
Yeah, but the problem is, just because you love the show doesn't mean you want to buy the statue, though.
Yeah, I like the show, but I wouldn't want to buy the character.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about people who play the game. I'm not even talking about people.
Oh,
who just-
okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is a huge game.
I think it definitely has a huge following. I think even before the TV
Yeah.
show. I live under a rock sometimes because I work too much. I haven't watched the show yet, but I have seen a lot of really great artists recreating scenes from like the video games and the TV series, especially I think they're called clickers. I think the design on those is incredible and really lends it's like that portrait even looks great too. I think they translated this into a statue really well.
I think that is a clicker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the game, but yeah, there are people out there who love this series, who love the first game.
You think they'll
This
blow
is
the
right
money
up
on
in the
this?
wheelhouse. Say again?
Will they blow the money on a $1,500 statue? Because even though they love the game so much?
Have they made any of these yet? Is this like the first time they've made a good like?
No, they made
Ellie and Abby.
Mm-hmm.
I know they made the big girl.
Yeah, not everybody wants a Joel, so I think
Yeah.
to get Joel, they'll get this piece.
Just Some Bum says, definitely buying this. I remember playing the game when it first came out. Also remembering watching at E3 years ago for The Last of Us.
This game was popular enough that I think they've re-released it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Different versions of it. They just keep re-releasing it.
I don't remember playing the game, but the show was great.
Yeah, I think people got a lot of love for this character. Like the first game. I never played it, but I know a lot of people love these two characters in this version. So I think this piece will do significantly better than the Abby and the Ellie, the other ones. I think this is going to be a way better seller.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, moving on. We got this is Alcina Dimitrescu from Resident Evil on Throne.
I don't even know the video game, but I love this piece right here, especially if it's fully sculpted. You know, I like this piece.
It's different. Oh, they did
Yeah,
one
this
standing up where she was not on the
10 feet
throne.
tall.
But, yeah, but obviously that was successful because this is
I like
This
this
piece,
piece.
man.
This is going to be a big seller. There's a
Yeah.
lot of people that love this character.
I don't even know the game, and I kind of want this piece, especially if this is all sculpted. I like this piece right here.
Yes, sir.
The game's awesome. You should play it.
What is she? Is she a vampire? Is she a zombie?
She's kind of like your first half of the game main villain for the first half, basically.
No, but is she a vampire?
Yeah. It's kind of hard to tell what she is. She has a few different things she turns into. So I don't want to give it away in case you ever play it, but yeah.
He's not gonna play it.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
gonna play it.
She
tell him.
doesn't turn into a vampire. It's not like that.
This isn't Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
She's
here,
more
right?
likely to cut you in half with the claws there than anything else.
But is she gangster though in the game? Like, is she
Oh,
like?
she's like. Did you guys ever play Resident Evil 3?
Nah,
Where
it's
you have
not
Nemesis, the Nemesis,
No, I
who
know
follows you
Nemesis.
around the game.
Oh,
I
I
know
know
follows
what
you
you're
around.
talking about. Yeah.
I know Nemesis.
Yeah, so he follows you around. He's really huge. He busts through walls. He shows up in
Right.
places. This is her. That's what she does. She just comes out of nowhere.
She's
You're
like
stuck
7 feet tall, right? She's supposed to be 7 feet
She's
tall.
like
huh?
10 feet tall.
Wow.
When she comes in rooms, you'll open a door to go in a room. She'll come in a room and duck, and it's like almost at her waist.
And she
comes
cuts you with that claw in her hand.
Yep.
That claw.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I did
And
see a
this
lot
is-
of people were concerned about the size of this piece because of how tall the character is.
It's gonna be huge.
How does she wipe with those claws? Oh, okay. Come on, guys, crack a smile, man. It's midnight.
You know what I
Crack-
like, John? The
That's not the
detail
only
to
thing I'm
the.
concerned about. Jeez.
Look at the chair where it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
like a
man. Of
flower.
course. Yeah,
You
yeah.
see how it's like deteriorating? I mean, like, that's serious, man.
And
If
the way it's ripped and tattered and yeah, man.
if
This
this
is a,
piece is fully sculpted, I might get this piece.
oh, it's
If
fully sculpted, 100%.
Oh, okay.
fully sculpted.
It's a nice piece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look how
I-
dirty. Look how dirty her dress looks. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I see this character and I see this piece, I always think of Deuce Bigelow when he's walking around with that big chick. I just
What's the
I
name of the
always-
game that she's in? What's the name of the I got you
Village. Village.
It's called Resident Evil Village
Okay, cool.
or Resident Evil 8.
And that was it for coverage wise. I know Jeff had mentioned Queen Studios doing something similar with the Snape with Loki. Jeff, I can't hold them to comparison with J&D, unfortunately. Concept could be there, but I just I don't know. Queen's not where they should be right now.
I think that did look good, if I remember correctly.
The Loki?
Mm-hmm.
Did it even release? I don't remember if it released.
I think I just remember seeing photos of it.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, just a quick little recap because we didn't talk about everything. But they teased some Street Fighter 6. We got some Jurassic Park representation. We talked about we talked about the Griffith. Got Armored Core 6. Some DBZ. That was a big announcement. Was the Dragon Ball Z stuff. We saw Frieza, or a regular Frieza and Golden Frieza. Some more anime was the Pegasus Saya.
Saint Seiya.
All right, man, whatever. We got the Femto from cover art. We talked about Terminator Cyrilia for Fiona. For God's sakes, man, they make these names. So many damn names here.
I'm here to help you, John.
We got Tamura Shagagiki. Jesus.
Shigaraki.
Shagaraki.
Shigaraki.
Tomura Shigaraki.
The next
Saki
one's pronounced Velociraptor.
Velociraptor male. Thank you. CZ. Disrespect tonight. Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. We got the German. Is that pronounced right? German? Whatever.
Hyman.
Oh yeah, we got the Hellbat in quarter scale. That they showed. Ivy, we talked about Joker. Guts and Casca. A little revealing on that one.
It's a very important scene.
It
For the
looks
rest-
like everyone watches that for the plot.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's a very important scene.
Oh,
I mean, it's
It's
gonna
the catalyst
yeah. What makes him
for the
him?
whole series.
Dante, Kenshiro, and Yuria. What else here? Mari, Makanami. Hold on a second. Let me mute Rashid.
Hey, that Kenshiro statue is really, really nice. And I'm not gonna buy it, but whoever does, it's gonna be really nice. The colors on it are amazing. personally.
Slan on throne. Yennefer of Vengerberg. And then the last four, we talked about all of them except the Virgil. And then I just wanted to mention things that were shown last year that they didn't even mention. Demon Slayer. Dobby. Where the hell's Dobby, buddy? From Harry Potter.
Dobby?
Dobby?
Dobby.
You mean Dobby?
Whatever, man. Dobby, Jesus Christ.
Don't correct him anymore. He's upset.
Dobby. Is
John,
it
have
Dobby?
you watched Harry
I don't
Potter?
think it's Dobby.
It is Dobby. It is Dobby.
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 I can remember Dobby from being.
That Dobby loves socks like you love rose boxes. How dare you?
Yeah.
Show him some damn respect.
We got Batman, the final suit. Where was this Joker?
Yeah, for real.
That was cool.
Where was this Batman and Catwoman? The Hush. Lies. Celtic Predator, Scar Predator, some Yua Asakura thing here. Actually, they showed these. They showed I think they showed these afterwards at the gallery. I think. I don't know. Batman versus Batman Who Laughs. We didn't see that. This Berserk Batman I don't remember seeing. Sub-Zero. Again, the Superman. Dark Knight Returns Superman. Was Darkseid on Throne. A lot of things. The Boys. I don't know what's going on with these guys. City of Bane wasn't on there. Phantasm, Catwoman, and Batman. Remember that diorama they showed?
Oh yeah, that was nice.
Nada. John Wick.
You want to see a 4-hour show, John? That was a 2-hour show, man.
Deathstroke. Pretty much this stuff here. We saw Hellbat we saw. Cyberpunk, nothing. Boromir, no Lord of the Rings love. Look, here's the Harry Potter. I was shocked that we didn't see. Well, I guess we'll call it here. I was shocked that we didn't see the Hush line in quarter. The Batman
I
and
don't know
Superman.
why we would need to. Because I thought the same thing, but I'm like, if it's literally the same sculpt, just scaled down, why would they need to show it to us again?
These guys are making
another
fun of me in the
showcase?
chat, man. No, I can hear you. I'm just reading all these half-ass comments over here.
What do y'all think those prices will be?
1,400, 1,500 for
Really?
the Hush line. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They're sought after, so they know they're gonna make their money. People want them.
These guys are. I've seen savages, man, but these people in this
Speak
chat
to
are
it.
savages.
How many you think they'll make? How many? What do you think the ES will be?
Oof.
Think they're going to go low ES, or they're going to try to
No, I think they're gonna. If they're gonna do this, they're gonna go.
maximize?
Oh yeah. Better be cheaper than 1/3. Kisa says. They're gonna try to maximize it.
I don't think their quarters are going to be much cheaper than 1/3.
Two things to share here. Let me see if I can pull it out. Hold on. Then we'll put a pin in it. Because tomorrow is a work day for some people, you know? We had some fun. This is fun to do on a Sunday night. Good way to take
Is
it.
Slifer frozen like that?
Is he frozen?
He's been frozen.
Has he been
Sorry.
frozen? Sorry, we have to do this.
Perfect.
Clip this.
Uh,
Is the big screen yet? There we go. Hey! Oh, we got a second of it. Oh, Jesus. Look at backfire. Do you see what happens? Let me pull this up here quick. Holy my. I'm just pulling up the photos of the Terminator. Oh my god, this is... Okay. Here we go. So this is the Darkseid T2 Terminator. You guys tell me what you think. Shout out to Jeff for sending this.
Oh, that's a minigun. Cool.
Minigun. I don't know how well you can see it. I can't zoom in here.
I like the minigun, but oh, you can't zoom in, right?
That's not good. I'm sorry. That
The
portrait's
portrait.
yeah.
Well, it's a clean. I mean, that's what you want.
Uh-uh.
Is this fully sculpted? No material. No.
Yeah, this is fully sculpted. No mixed media. Yeah. And this is the Loki. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Appreciate you sending that, Jeff. That was awesome of you. But yeah, I can't. No comparison there,
Yeah, for real.
in my opinion.
That's why they gave you the damage face, man. Cover it up.
So you can't tell.
Would you? Distraction. That's all it is, man.
That's all it is.
Distraction.
Slifer's back. Hold on. You saw that, eh, Slifer? Where it? Yeah,
I did see that
I know.
because my phone Wi-Fi went out. I was like, yeah, they're gonna do some shit. I said,
Yeah. I know.
No, worse.
That was
One eye closed and one eye open.
I thought that was a carbonite version of you.
That grin, man.
wish.
That Joker statue
wish.
didn't have a grin like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me drop
You blew
this.
me up too.
We're gonna. I had to. Come on. We're
Terrible.
going to. We're going to. I'm just gonna drop this in the channel. We'll call it as a. We'll put a pin in it here. But for the channel, guys, we're doing that giveaway. Don't forget for the quarter scale, Revan and Malik, and of course, all thanks to our guy Dilber over at Momentic. He was on the club show last Friday. We had a blast. So huge shout out to him. In order to get your entry for the giveaway, I just put the form in the post. Just fill out that form, kind of fill out those prerequisites, and you'll see the rules there, and you'll get your entry in to the giveaway. July 28th, we'll be doing the drawing, not for one, but for both. So someone's going to be able to win both those quarter scale pieces. Guys, 45 people joining us this evening at almost 1 in the morning. You'll love to see the support. You guys rock. And for the panel as well, man. You guys, thanks for being here. I had a little blast. I wanted to touch base and just show some more of the photos. What's going on, McFly? Thank you for stopping by. D-Rock, thanks for
Yes,
being
sir.
here, brother. I hope you had a good time.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was
Thanks for
great.
sharing your insight. CC, straight from work, CC. Thank you for rushing and stopping by.
Yeah, thanks. I've been fading a little bit because I'm exhausted, but thanks for putting up with my shit tonight. I appreciate it.
Please, you are. I was grateful you're here.
Thanks.
And we have Slifer with his internet.
Yeah,
McDonald's
you know,
internet.
Sometimes it happens, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens sometimes. But
Thanks for
I
being here
appreciate
as
you
well.
having me on. I missed the show. I got bits and pieces when I was at work, so it's nice
Same.
to,
Yeah.
I guess, talk to people about it because I did like some of the stuff I saw, but just not for me. But I'm happy for everybody else that's picking stuff up like Terry. You know,
Okay.
it's great.
Hell yeah, man. Rashid, always good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Rashid's becoming part of the furniture on the channel. He's just
The disrespect, boy.
No, hey, you're
Oh
always-
my God.
bro. You're always invited, man. You said send the link. I sent that link faster than you can say your name. Appreciate you stopping by,
No doubt.
and of course Phoenix, the only person that switches rooms during a stream and still has statues in the room.
No, but he might be. I think he's. Are you retired on Phoenix?
I am retired. None
Yeah,
of
right.
that stuff on P1 interests me at all. It's like, thank God. I'm
Yeah.
safe.
Wow, that's okay.
I feel like
Phoenix
we
is retired to the next deal.
a challenge
Exactly.
point that's like Alcoholics Anonymous, where it just
Yeah.
says like it's been 180 days since my last week.
Yeah, something like that. But hell yeah, guys, appreciate you all. Everyone who tuned into the show and who's watching afterwards, you guys rock. Hope you have an amazing work week. Maybe working with doing an unboxing tomorrow night, so stay tuned for that.
Did you
with
see
a
Jesse's
community member?
comment?
Who's Jesse? Let me see. What did he say? It's late and people sleeping, so I had to turn off Dopey surround sound. You're a savage, man. Jesse's a savage, man. But yeah, tomorrow we might do an unboxing. Community member Ledge might be stopping by and us doing an unboxing, so we'll see how that goes. But stay tuned to the channel, guys. We got some content coming up this week. So yeah, have a great work week. Happy collecting. Collect responsibly. Don't be going crazy over these statues that were shown at the showcase. Take it cool. Take it one step at a time. Until next time, all the best.
Later, guys.